Welcome. Today I'm going to be doing some retouching in Photoshop of this bottle floating in water that I shot. There is a video from when I shot this in the studio if you want to check that out. But for now I'll just start retouching and see what we can make of this. Okay, so here we have the image I chose. I was looking for one that had some cool stuff going on with the water, bottle looking good. So yeah, chose this one. So there's a lot of stuff going on. We need to get rid of these things that I used to do the splashes. One thing I like to do is consider formats that I'll be using this image. So what I know is for YouTube I'll be doing a 16:9 format, and for shorts and stuff you need it 9:16. So I kind of like to just use the marquee with a fixed ratio of 16:9 so I can figure out what's actually gonna be in the image, so I don't have to do too much more than necessary. So I'll probably be using something like this. So I'll do a solid black and invert that mask. Gives me a mask so I can see what parts of the image it's actually going to be used. I can move this around, I can transform, it'll keep that ratio, which is nice. So I'll be using something like this, and then I can do another one for 9:16, which will probably be something like this. So I'll do another solid. There we go. So somewhere around here. So now I'm just gonna crop in to get rid of stuff that I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna use anyways. You can also get rid of this bottom part. I'm gonna make sure this is a background layer since I did the crop. That's fine, I'm gonna keep that. I made a copy, which will be my retouch layer. Okay, so first let's get rid of these plastic utensil stuff. I'll use the remove tool. See what we get. Select that and let it work. Nice. Okay, and this side, let's get rid of some of this. Start here maybe. Nice. And I don't like all of this, which is from there was a black foam board on the side there to get rid of the floor that was coming through. But let's see if we can just select all of this and see what we'll get. Let's try that again. Make sure we're using AI. Let's try it again. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And for the other side, there's quite a lot of space here. I think I'll start with just, doing a small little stretch here. When you have images with these big parts, if you just stretch a little bit, it won't really distort or show too much, but it could help a lot with this right side. So I'll cut this piece out and transform and just stretch it a little bit to get rid of some of that on the side. won't really be noticeable. So yeah, I'll flatten that down, and let's try this remove tool on this side. Okay, nice. Let's get rid of this. I kind of like the messiness. That was kind of the point, but there are some really small bubbles that make it look like not as nice. I think if I clean up some of the bubbles and dots, it'll look cleaner, but still keep that look. So I'll just get rid of some of that. Okay, so I think that's it for pixels for now. So let's get into some adjustments. I want to try and make the water more uniform in color. So, because now there's blue and there's some yellow and there's some, which, I mean, it could be nice, but I think it'll have a cleaner look if I get it more uniform. So let's see if we can select subject. That's pretty good for the bottle. So I'll make this group for water, where I'll put this mask and invert. So now we have this group that will affect the water. So let's see if I can sample color of the water. Good starting point, and let's do a gradient map. Oops. Gradient map with these colors. Make sure they're on the right side. And I still want the blacks to be really black. And maybe add another one with the darker blue here. And let's make the whites really white. Or maybe not. Yeah. Okay. So now we have this gradient that uniforms the water, but it's too much. So we could try to set it to the color will be too much, but what if we use U? Yeah, that gets rid of the yellow in a pretty nice way. We could also try, let's get a solid blue, something like that, and let's put that in multiply and have it. So I'm using blend if to fade it to mostly affect the dark parts. Makes it kind of dramatic, and we can set the opacity. Maybe like that. So this group now makes the water uniform and adds some contrast and drama to it. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and create a new group. We'll name that grade, because I often pretty early like to set like a contrast and a tone before I do too much like smaller adjustments, because I don't want to work like on different parts too much without seeing like the full look of the whole image. So let's start with the contrast, maybe just like a basic S-curve to make this really pop some more. Nice. And on top of like contrast is one thing, but I also like to set some kind of color tone, a color grade that affects the whole image, because it really helps to bring everything together. And since it's water, I'm gonna do something blue. So let's go into the blue curve and lift it. Like that'll be too much, but a little bit of this. Maybe bring it back for the highlights. Really helps. It's subtle, but I think it really helps bringing the whole image together. And you see the bottle is, it gets warm, and I don't know if I like that or not, or if everything should be blue, but let's get back to that. But for now, this will be the grade. Okay, so now that we have like some overall grade adjustments, we can get into local areas and stuff. So one thing that I want to do is make this label pop more. So I think I'm gonna do another group that will be our bottle, and I'll just grab the mask we did for the water. If I'll just grab that and invert, so we'll have this mask for the bottle. So in that group, I'll do a curve, and let's call that label. And let's just lock in a dark point and then brighten this. And then mask it in on the label. Pretty soft brush. Something like that. Makes it look fresher and pop a little more. Let's actually, the neck label, let's give it a little bit of this as well. Nice. And let's make this pink pop a little more. So I'll do a use that. Let's make sure. Yep. So maybe a little more saturation. And let's see if we push it a little more towards the blue tones. Looks kind of nice. Yeah. With our crop on, I feel like this whole area is a bit bright. We want the focus to go directly to the bottle. So let's do some kind of vignetting to draw attention more to the bottle. Let's try curve and multiply. And just start adding that in a little bit to the sides here. See, that creates a lot more drama. See how that really, it makes the water look like, it makes it pop more, but at the same time makes your eye go more to the bottle. I like that. I feel like I want to make the bottle pop a little more. So I'm gonna try, I'll add a curve in multiply. And just add some of this to the edges of the bottle. Yeah, I like that. And I'll do another curve, put that to screen, which will brighten, and add like, make it feel more like there's a highlight happening on the bottle. Get rid of it down here. Let's add some of this multiply layer to the bottom of the bottle as well. So see how these two curves, one darkens the sides, one brightens the middle, really helps bring out like a more of a shape and form of that bottle. Here are the adjustments for the bottle. Yeah. I'm starting to feel like the yellow warm tone in the bottle. I don't know if it's the what's in the bottle. I don't really know why it's that right, but I think I want to make it more blue. So maybe we can just bring in some of the water adjustments. So in this mask, I'm gonna try to add some of the blue we added to the water to the bottle here. If I just paint here. Yeah, that's pretty nice. See if this label, if I brighten it a little more, is it too much? Maybe not. Okay, I think this is looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna stop here, so I'll just show you like before, after. Okay, that's it. I hope you liked it. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see ya.